This is Derrick Hayes here live with Eric Price, EP, the man behind the inspiration of EOI, Education Over Incarceration. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, man. Thank you for coming by.
Oh man, no problem, man. When the price is right. That's why we're doing this Derrick interview tonight.
You wild.
Nah, man. Hey, wisdom inspires life's dream. That's why.
That's wild. There you go.
But we're here tonight because we're at a crucial point in our lives where education over incarceration is important. So tell people, how can they find out more about EOI?
Well, they can visit me on Facebook, Education Over Incarceration on Facebook. They can reach me, email address, EOIenterprises@yahoo.com.
Okay, it's important because at different times of the interview, people may be tuning in. So you want to give them some information at the beginning, information at the end. So there's no excuse not to get your juice. So what is EOI all about?
Well, right now, we're in our infancy stages, but we were about keeping juveniles out of the juvenile system. All races, not just our race, but all races.
Okay. And that's what inspired it. And what is your dream? What do you want to see EOI in 2016, 2020?
Well, 2016, hopefully we have a building. We're having a fundraising right now. What we want to do is try to get the old Girls Inc. building on Clover Lane here in Columbus, Georgia. So, we're taking baby steps, but that's our ultimate goal right now is to get this building. And then we're going to have some fundraising thing along, in the next couple of weeks or two.
See, they said baby steps, so that means they're trying to crawl so they can brawl. And don't mean brawl like right, but brawl mean you got to fight because we're in a fight of our lives.
That's right.
And young people going to jail at all time high.
That's right.
And the E in my name is for educate. How important is educate? Because education is in your name, EOI.
That's right. Education is very important because when you don't have a good education, it limits opportunities of things you can do as far as getting a job and providing for your family. So education is very important, very, very important. And I know that some people might say that, well, college isn't for me. Well, you can get some kind of education. You can go to barber school, you can go to beauty school, you can go to truck driving school, anything you can go to that can help you make money and take care of your business, take care of your family, it is education.
So what you're saying, education leads to elevation.
Leads to elevation.
The odds for resource. What resource does Eric Price, does EOI bring to the table that makes you stand out or unique?
Well, the resources that we're going to have, we're going to be doing a lot of things. We're going to be looking at teen pregnancy prevention. We're going to be looking at adult literacy. We're going to be working on mentoring and tutoring, after-school programs, summer school programs. So we're going to try to cover everything, all the bases we can to help our kids stay off the streets and out of the juvenile system and on a quick pipeline to the adult prison system.
Man, that's deep. The R is for ready. The next R is for ready. When did you know you were ready for what you're doing now?
Well, I found out that, actually, this was inspired me in like 2001, 2002, when I was working at Metro RYDC in Atlanta. I came to work one morning, there was a 9 or 10-year-old kid that was in my pod. His pants was rolled up, his sleeves were rolled up, his jumpsuit didn't even fit. And I was thinking, my God, this kid needs to be in school, not in jail. So God gave me the vision, which is behind me. Which road will you choose? So then I finally got it on paper. And that's what inspired me. And now that, I'm retired military now, it's time for me to take action on the gift and the vision that God gave me, which is to help juveniles.
Hey, that's significant. You said the kid was 9.
9.
See, a lot of times people throw out the cliche, 9 lives. But when you're 9 and you're incarcerated, you can lose your life.
You can lose your life.
The eyes for individuals. Name some individuals that others should learn more about and why.
Well, hey, I think y'all should know a lot about this man right here because he inspired me to do what I'm doing. We had a lot of late nights at our last job. We used to work together. And I used to see him doing things he used to do, so he inspired me to take my dream and move forward. And that's why we're sitting here today, because of him inspiring me.
Hey, I take that. The C is for challenge. What is a challenge that you have faced in your life?
I face a lot of challenges. The challenge that I face were more so brought upon myself because there was a passage in the Daily Bread that I read one time, and it said, "No man has done me more harm than I myself." So I have been my biggest challenge to get over the things that I've done to myself to slow my life down in the process of which I wanted it to go. So I have nobody to blame but myself because I'm my biggest challenge.
Man, you just inspired something because the word challenge, right? You know, you move that H out of the way, it's like calling, right? So if you move that hard-headedness,
I had to move.
and you change the H like your habits, you can get closer to your call.
To my calling, that's right.
Watch out. The K is for keys to success. What are some keys to success that you can leave for others?
Well, the keys to success, just doing what you're supposed to be doing at all times. Because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing at all times, then you don't have to worry about getting into things that'll get you in trouble. So the key I would leave you with is be where you're supposed to be, do what you're supposed to be doing, and you don't have to worry about anything else.
Before we go, can you break down that, bring the information for this? This is real crucial. That just explain it to them. What's on your poster?
Well, I'm going to explain it because this is what I was saying. This is inspiration. That we all start at elementary school. And then after that, we have to go to middle school, high school, college, your master's degree, and your PhD. But there's also another road. And if you can see, if you leave elementary school, you have to decide which road you're going to take. If you drop out of school, you're going to end up juvenile, county jail, state penitentiary, federal penitentiary. And if you commit a crime that's really bad, you end up on death row. So this thing is to let you know that for every level of education, there's an equal level of incarceration. And at the top of the thing it says, which road will you choose?
Because it's education
over incarceration.
See, on the right is the education. So he's saying do right.
Do right.
And at the end of the day, you be left with better options.
Be left with better options.
And we thank you for this exclusive Derrick interview. It's Derrick Hayes with EP Eric Price, EOI. Give it a try. Education over what?
Incarceration.
And we thank you.
Thank you, sir.